All right. Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continues to rule well. Peace and salutations to you, Akim, out here, pushing his word in sincerity, truth, and in faith. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, those of our people that very well may look exactly like the other nations, but their heritage through their father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Hebrew Israelites. And shalom to the few Arquath, the sisters that's out here listening in all humility. I have another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it, Because He Knows That He Has But a Short Time. Okay? And that comes from Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Okay? I'm going to just get it right now. Let's just get it. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Okay? Ye heavens. You people out here, you nations that are in your heaven right now. Everything is going great for you. You know, you don't have any anything harming you. Nothing harmful is coming your way. Everything is total bliss for you. It says rejoice. Okay? Right now, this is the time for you to rejoice, because you're not gonna have this again. Okay? It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. And woe means just death and destruction. It says, for the devil is come down unto you. And who is the devil? And that's not speaking of the spiritual demon Satan, you know. That's speaking of his offspring. Say it like that. His physical counterpart, Evil E, okay, who named himself the YT people, okay. They're the total opposite of YT. It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's what's happening. You're seeing that great wrath of this devil, man. Okay, you got this guy in office, you know, DJT. And ever since he's been in office, man, from the beginning, from the first day, it was just turmoil. Okay, and coming against the nation of Israel, man. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's coming after you because he knows that he has but a short time. You know, he spoke about the prophets of doom. You know, he knows what we're out there teaching. And that what we're teaching is absolutely 100% okay, true. Okay? Everything that we say is going to come to pass. Okay? No matter what any of these nations do, okay? They're not going to be able to do anything against the rising of the nation of Israel, the true people, okay, the Israelites. When Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai raises us up, you're not going to be able to do anything but accept it. Okay? You're going to have to accept it. And you're going to be in servitude. All right? For eternity. You've had your chance to rule. This is his last chance to rule. And he knows it. That's why he's, what it say? It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. That's why he has this wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay? The reports of them, I'm seeing like I'm mentioning this every day, but this is like kind of out there, you know. The reports of them, you know, taking the people that they so-called deport, and they put them on cargo planes and fly halfway over the Atlantic Ocean and then come right back, okay, with nobody on the plane. And these and 61 bodies have washed up on shores of countries, chained, okay, hands and feet chained, you know, and everybody's reporting on it. You know, it's not like it's not true. Okay? It seems more true than it does false, like as if someone is making it up. No. All right? That great wrath. Okay? You fight against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you'll find yourself on one of those planes falling down like that, getting eaten up by some damn sharks, man. This is not a plaything. And he's coming with that wrath after the children of Israel. You don't see them locating and finding and running up on nobody else, okay, but our people. It started with the so-called Latinos. Now it's headed for the Haitians, you know, and the Haitians going to include at some point, I'm pretty sure, it's going to include the Benjamites and the Judites, okay? The so-called Negroes and the so-called West Indies, okay? Because that's what he was put on this earth to do. This is the Lord's wrath. This is the Most High, okay, showing you Israelites out here that don't want to conform and come back and humble yourself before the almighty power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And you think you know it all? Well, he has his sword out here, and that sword is swinging right now. Okay. He also has his way with the weather. Okay, look at all the floods. 30 feet of water, and how long they said it was? 30 feet of water in like under an hour. Okay, something like that. In 30 minutes. You know, a swimming pool, the deep end is usually about 10 feet, you know. So, and your roof in your house is basically, your ceiling rather, in your house is around 8 feet, you know. So 30, that's 3 times your house. Well, you may as well say 4, 4 times minus 2 feet. That much water came down. Okay. That's up to a 3rd-story building. Okay. And all of that is coming, you know, the rain is not coming down that hard and that fast to produce that. This is something that this devil is doing. Okay? You got that coming. You got the deportation running up on people. Here in Los Angeles, they had down at what is it? What's the name of that park? MacArthur Park. Okay, and down in MacArthur Park, that's where all the Latinos be. Okay, everybody that comes from Mexico and other places, they go down there and find their way. You know, find it's a lot of connect down there. You know, you can get all kind of identifications down there, and You can find work down there, you know, and that's where they came and set up. Okay, now the place was clear. There wasn't nobody down there. Okay, they're not going to these to the East Indian community, or the Japanese or the Asian community, the Chinese community. They're not going nowhere like that. This is all for our people. It comes from the Lord. Man's goings of the Lord. Okay, everything has to happen in order for the prophecies to come to pass. Okay, they have to happen the way that the Most High wrote it. Okay, and these things are written in. Okay, coming down with that great wrath. I mean, to be put on a plane and then just, you know, I heard somebody say that they sedated them, you know, before they kicked them off. You know, they sedated them and they was just, you know, in the water and just, you know, it's probably just drowned. No telling how many they put in there and how many made it out. That's that great wrath. They don't care. Okay, now another thing was alligator Alcatraz down in Florida. They built like a little tent concentration camp right in the midst of the Everglades, where there's alligators, snakes, probably poisonous spiders, insects, all that kind of stuff, wild animals, you know, and it says it's gonna house 3,000 people. But what they gonna do with it? And then they said they ordered incinerators. Okay, so what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with those 3,000 people? So yeah, that's where they're gonna put them before they deport them. Yeah, they're gonna deport them right in that lake or the swamp rather, for the alligators to eat them. Okay, they're not doing that around the alligators for no purpose, you know. Remember, our children were alligator bait back in the day. Okay, this devil is being the devil, man. Big time devil. But he better know all the things that they're doing, they're going to get it back done to them. Double. Double. The Most High don't lie. You can say, give unto them double. I wasn't going to get that. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. No, I ain't got, at this point, I ain't even on. My bad. But you know the scriptures. Okay, we are paying to them double, man. Everything that they did to us, they're going to get it back done unto them. Okay, and this is the time, though. Things are happening. It's messing with the economy. All right. Who's going to pick all of the fruits and vegetables? Okay, take care of these farms. Okay, work all these jobs. Because remember, Issachar means he is hired. He's the one that was hired over here to do the work. And now, they deporting them. Okay. And they tried, like in the field, they tried some Edomites out there in the fields, and they were quitting before when they went to lunch, they never came back. Okay. And some of them would just work a couple hours and quit. Some of them work one day and don't come back no more. Okay. But this is the beginning of the ending But things are about to get really, really, really bad out here. As far as food, work, everything. Okay? And you got the troops down here, you know, heavy. Okay? They pulling you over and they not even in no type of uniform, pulling you over, taking you and just, you know, putting you in unmarked cars and all this kind of stuff. This is where we at. That great wrath has come down. Okay? They're cutting people's work. They're increasing the price of everything. Food, gas, electricity, everything is going up but your wages. Okay? Everything but your wages. You're not getting paid enough to sustain yourself, you know. But that's what they want. Okay? They want you to have to depend on them. And once they get you in such a bad crunch, they're going to Salak. Once they get you in that bad crunch, they're gonna offer you that C-hip. Okay? And that's when things are really gonna get terrible out here, man. They're gonna offer you that C-hip and you're not gonna be able to refuse it if you're not under the wing of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, if you're not under his care. Okay? So the devil really has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time, man. Okay? And it said, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Woe, death and destruction. This is what the Lord is ordering, man. This is in his book. Okay? These other books and stuff, these preachers and false prophets and all them people out here telling you what they think gonna happen, or what they know gonna happen, which is not the truth. Okay? They don't have a book that's the scriptures. There's only one scriptures. There's only one script of the earth. That's it. The Holy Bible. Okay? And every word in it is going to come to pass. All right? The Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. Okay, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. That's how the Most High said it. He set it up, and it's gonna happen. Okay, because the only thing he has to do is say it, and it's gonna come to pass. All right. So it's time to wake up and repent, man. All right. Yahweh Shai is coming to put this devil down. After all these things, after the devil, you know, takes his vengeance out through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai on the Israelites, the 2/3, then simultaneously the Lord is gonna come, man. Okay, and put this devil down. Okay, and put them into slavery. Take all the crowns. None of these nations will be on top anymore, or have any type of rulership. It's not going to be a partnership. Like, yeah, we share with this, with the Arabs, and yeah, they sit on the throne. No. Yahweh Shai coming to take all the crowns, everything. We're going to rule over these nations, going to be subjected unto us, man. Okay? And we're going to put this Edomite, we're going to put him down, just like he's portraying himself to be the big Superman on the earth. No, you're not. You're nothing. This is what's going to happen to you for sure. The real Superman is coming. The super God. Okay? The super God is coming. All right? So, like I said, it's time to wake up and repent. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, or if you reside in any of these nations, it don't matter, Chinese, Japanese, Arab, India, East Indian, it don't matter. If this word resonates with you, okay, you most probably are an Israelite, and it's time to wake up and repent. And don't let, just because you're in another nation, don't let that deter you. Okay? Don't let that deter you. That's nothing, because that's part of your punishment, man. We are all on punishment for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? You just have to live with that until the Lord changes us. Okay? With that new covenant, we're going to put on that new body. All right? So it's time to wake up and repent. The end is most definitely near, man. So I'm going to end it right there, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, Akim. We have to speak the kingdom of heaven into existence on the daily. So, Lord willing, it was edifying. Till the next time, I want to say, Shalom.